If you haven't received rare or better items in expeditions, today I'm going to show you how. Before I teach you guys the biggest trick to get better weapons, the first one I want to talk about is your journal. If you go to your Jones journal entries, you will see Expiration Day. Landing the final blow on a Spire will guarantee that you receive one rare item. You can also see those white chests, and those are also going to be mentioned a lot today. Let's talk about those white chests because there's 3 of them on every single map. We're going to go on to Utopia City first and grab the first 3. Now the first location is either going to be on the left side of the map depending on where you spawn, but it'll be this corner building right here. We're going to walk past the regular standard chest because we do have a better chance of getting a newer weapon just by unlocking the white chest. Rescuing civilians isn't going to do too much for you, but we can find our first chest on the roof here. Our second chest is in the other corner on the same side, and that's going to be stashed behind this larger apartment looking building. When you go back here, you're going to find another white chest and once again have a better or increased percentage to get yourself a better item. Our third chest is on the opposite side of the map in the other corner across from that apartment area, and that once again will be our third and final white chest on Utopia City. On Brusted Bridge, we also have 3 chests. One is going to be stashed away in this little secret area, one is underneath of the bridge, and the other one is far off of the island on this small little walkway. Depending on where you spawn is going to be how far it is to get to these areas, but on screen here, you can see that if we walk up and we go in between these 2 rock areas, we can find our first white tiered chest. Underneath of the bridge is where we can find our second chest location. We're going to open this one, and I do get myself a green gadget, which will be very nice, but then I want to hit the launch pad that is on the beach area here to head up top into this area of the map. For your third and final chest, you're going to find this long walkway to find a house overlooking the ocean, and what you need to do is walk to the side of it, which will then bring you to your final chest. Spire Excavation site also has 3 chests, although they're pretty well hidden on this map compared to the others. When it comes to finding them, our first location is going to be the one standalone chest, meaning that the other 2 are on the other side of the map. You're going to go down to this little dojo area that has all of the houses, and in the corner of this area, you will then find yourself the white chest. Now, you're not guaranteed to get green or better loot from it, but I will tell you by the end of this video exactly how to increase the odds of that. Once you have done that, we're then going to walk over to the Spire area of the map because this is where we have the 2 other locations that are very close to each other. On the left side of the Spire, you will find this little tower that you can jump around on and find a ledge. On that ledge is going to be our second white chest. You're then going to go up top to the main dojo area and wrap around the front of it. When you do this, you're going to come on to another ledged area up here to find your third chest. Now again, you'll notice I got all gray loot, and there's a pretty easy explanation for that. Inside of my Discord server, Fossil Southie took a look at the in-game files to find out something very interesting that all of us should now know. When you're playing inside of a mission, you do have these sub-missions, or these smaller missions within. The example of this is on screen, the setting up of comm relays. Now, it's important to know that when you're doing these little missions, you do not want to open up the chests surrounding them. Opening up any chest before completing these miniature missions will give you the lowest percent chance of getting a better item out of these chests. So you will get better loot if you finish these mini missions before opening the chests. After completing my first submission and I do the second one as deploy field generator, that will increase my odds for loot as well. So I go inside of here, I can now begin to open up all of the chests around the map. map. Now, earlier in the video, I showed you where all of the white chests are that give you even better loot. But what you'll also find is if you opened up your map, you will find every single type of chest that's inside of the mode. So what you need to be doing is completing the missions first and then opening up the chests around the map. The more of these miniature missions that you complete, the higher the odds are that you're going to get yourself a better weapon. Now, it's not guaranteed that opening up the chest afterwards is going to give you a rare item or uncommon, epic, and legendary. However, if you're looking for the best odds, which I think all of us are, you want to complete the missions first and then open up as many chests as you can. The final method to try to get yourself some great weapons is by going to the vendor. Now, there's also somewhat of a trick with this, and you are going to want to carry as much essence as possible. So what that means is bringing 10,000 essence here and then also bringing some extra weapons to recycle while you're still using the weapon vendor. So I have a full inventory. A lot of them are green uncommon, and I have very few rare blue items. Now, I have a lot of uncommon because of using this trick as far as opening up my buttons or opening up my chest after I complete my mini quest. What I want to do is recycle everything that I don't plan on keeping to give myself the most amount of essence possible. And while I'm re-rolling my essence here, I want to talk about these numbers here that Fossil Southie provided us as well. Your first purchase is a 1 in 2 chance of getting a common or a gray item. Your second purchase is 1 in 7 to go ahead and be an uncommon or green. Your third purchase is 1 in 20 to be rare. Your fourth then drops down to 1 in 2.5 to be uncommon, and the list continues. The more that you're spending at the vendor, the better chances are that you're going to receive one of those items. I'm bringing myself here with 10,000 essence and a little bit additional so I can re-roll as much as I can, because by the time that you get to that 13th roll, you should have a 1 in 2.5 chance that you'll get the impatient dual daggers. As I mentioned, this doesn't guarantee you getting rare, epic, or legendary items. However, it does increase your odds, which I think is important for all of us. A lot of people are struggling to even at times get blue and rare items, so we want to help as many of you guys as we possibly can. Open those chests after completing the missions. Open every single white chest and even brown chest on the map to prepare, and you should have better odds into getting better loot. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers by pressing that sub button in the top right. And if you guys haven't already, check out that video in the top left. YouTube thinks that you'll like it a lot. Peace.